Hey family, it is your favorite life and relationship strategist. I am your girl MarshaunO, and today we are back for another video. So, have you ever been in your relationship and you just literally was having all of these thoughts? You were just thinking that, you know what? Why did he choose me, or why did she choose me? I'm not the best looking, or I'm not the smallest, or I'm not the cuttest. I don't have the biggest butt, the biggest breasts. Sometimes I don't even say the most intelligent thing. And yet this person has still chosen me. Why me? I mean, what am I actually bringing to the table for them to say, yes, me? And so maybe it's just me. Have you ever dealt with any of those insecurities? Because I definitely have dealt with at least some of those insecurities. And so today I want to come here and talk to you about how to deal with your insecurities, specifically within your relationship. See, a lot of times we really just need to have the courage to say these things out loud. Because the more that you acknowledge these things, the way to get rid of your fear is to actually acknowledge them, is to actually walk toward the way, or walk into that thing, do the action of that thing that you are fearful of. And so your relationship is no different. And so I'm going to give you 6 ways on how to deal with your insecurities within your relationship, because a lot of us are out here, we're in these relationships, but we're questioning, whether it's out loud or internally. We have all of these questions, all of these pent up things that are not necessarily being answered. But a lot of it is because we're fearful and scared of what our partner might say about us, how they might look at us differently, what they may think about us that they never verbalized to us. And so because of that, there are some insecurities built up within each and every one of us. All of us deal with some type of insecurities. Some of us let them come out more often than others. It doesn't necessarily have to always be in your relationship, but specifically to this video, it is about your relationship. So the very first thing that you can do to combat the insecurities within your relationship is to stop psyching yourself out. And what that means is stop having all of these negative talks and conversations within your head about yourself, about how you're not good enough. All of those examples that I talked about as soon as I came on, that is the negative self-talk. That is the doubtful thing that you put within your body that you're carrying around with you. And because you're not verbally saying these things out loud, or combating them with something else positive, or having the attitude like, well, why wouldn't he like me? Why wouldn't he love me? Why wouldn't he choose me? Or for men, why wouldn't she like me? Why wouldn't she love me? Why wouldn't she choose me? Instead, we're like, I don't know why. Why would she choose me? I mean, like, what am I actually bringing to the table? Like, I literally was talking to this client not too long ago, and she was saying that her man used to tell her, or has told her on multiple occasions, why did you choose me? I am not even that cute or handsome. I can't remember the word that he used, but that was the actual line. Like, why did you choose me? You're so beautiful. Out of all of the guys out here, why did you choose me? I'm not that good looking. And so here's the thing. When we do this, we actually plant the seeds in our partner and even in our spouse's head to say, well, damn, why did I choose them? Because if they're not secure in who they already are, and I thought that they actually had it going on, because that persona, that mask that they were showing me was, oh, that was it. That was so attractive. But to really get here and sit here and have a conversation with him, or have a conversation with her, not as secure as I thought. So now I have to think, well, why am I actually here? And why did I choose him? Why did I choose her? So you're planting the seeds anytime this insecurity comes out. So the first thing, again, is to stop psyching yourself out with all of the negative self-talk that you have going on up in here all at one time. That's just overtaking everything. The next thing, I've talked about this before, but it is to have the uncomfortable conversations. Like, you really have to have those difficult conversations within your relationship, because what you're feeling insecure about, a lot of times your partner is not even thinking nothing about that. Again, those are your own insecurities that are coming out. And lots of times when you have the conversation, your spouse usually is just going to be like, well, no, I didn't think nothing about that, or it's not as serious as you thought that I was going to think that it was. And so when you do decide to have these uncomfortable conversations, these conversations bring you and your partner so much closer. It grows you two closer together when you're having these uncomfortable conversations, or difficult conversations, or just the things that you just don't want to talk about, like, at all. But you have to, because that's also going to help you to increase your security within yourself, also within the relationship. Because anytime these insecurities come up, they're also harming your relationship. They're not just harming you, they're also harming the relationship as a whole. Because how you show up in the relationship is ultimately how you're going to act, how you're going to react to the person that you are, to what your spouse says to you. And so you have to be able to address your insecurities, so in turn, you actually can be more secure in who you are and within your relationship. Now, does that make sense? Let me know. Yes, let me know down in the comment section below. Does that actually make sense? You have to face your fears. And the fastest way to get over your fears is actually walk up to them and do that very thing. Like, a lot of people have, their biggest fear is public speaking. Like, I would think that the biggest fear is death. I mean, death is up there. I think death is actually number 2. But the point is, public speaking is even higher on the fear scale than death. So those uncomfortable conversations, you are not alone. But guess what, sis? Guess what, bruh? You still have to have the tough, the uncomfortable, the difficult, the terrifying conversations, because that is the only way you're going to help to decrease what you're insecure about. You have to do it. You just have to do it. Another thing that you can do to combat your insecurities within the relationship is to create new stories, create new memories. Because a lot of times we all get hung up on the past, which is why we're having the insecurities that we're having within our relationship. A lot of people that I talk to, a lot of clients, a lot of friends, we always bring up cheating. That can cause some insecurity within you. It totally can. But if you say that you have forgiven your spouse and you're still there, then literally you guys need to start creating new memories and let the past be the past, so you guys can actually move forward in your relationship, if that's what you chose to do. It doesn't have to be infidelity. Whatever you chose to forgive your spouse about, then forgive your spouse about it and leave that junk in your past, so you guys can thrive and grow together. Okay? The next thing is to meet your partner, your spouse, in the middle. See, a lot of times we get in these relationships and we think that it's always going to be black and white. It's always going to be one way or the other. How about you guys compromise? I was actually I was talking to one of my potential clients the other day, and she was saying how she was getting up early in the morning. She wanted to do her workout. She found that her husband wanted to get up at the same time and do the workout with her. And then he would basically ask her, you know what, I'm actually thinking about doing this for 30 days. Can you do the workout with me? And so she went along with the program, but then she just got furious because she was like, I always do what he wants to do. And so I just simply asked her, well, could you have compromised and come up with the solution that, hey, babe, you know that I started this. So how about you join me for a week? Let's do my thing for a week, and then we jump and do yours for a week. Could that have not been a solution? Or to say, you know what, babe, let me finish my 30 days, and after I finish my 30 days, then we can do your 30 days. But she was seeing things as black and white, and she was just heated that she had decided to do his thing, when in fact she didn't come up with a different solution. And so there is a way to compromise. There is a way to meet your partner in the middle. We just have to, even if you can't think about those things in the moment, instead of you getting ticked off and pissed off about it later on, think about how you can go back to your partner and say, you know what? I actually took the time to think about this. This is what I've been thinking about. I don't want to go along 100% with what you said, but let's talk about, can we do it this way? And even if he doesn't want to go along with with your new plan, you guys can come up with an alternate new plan. All right? So it doesn't always have to be black and white. And most of the time, relationships are not just black and white anyway. There's always something that you can do in the middle, for sure. So both of you could feel like you're winning and not necessarily losing to what your partner wants you to do. All right? The next thing is to literally, y'all, realize that your spouse, your mate, chose you for a reason. Yeah, they could have got somebody else, but they didn't want to get that other person. They wanted you. And so again, with these insecurities that are within you that are coming out, now you are, again, planting the seed to say, why did I choose this person? So don't plant the seed any longer. If you are one of those people who have planted the seed to say, why have you chosen me? Literally verbalize this question to your spouse, to your partner. Don't ask it no more. And start working on your insecurities so you can become secure in that or those areas. And then number 6. I want you to think about all of the things that are great about you and write them down. List all of the reasons why you are the shit. Okay? Yeah. List all of the reasons that you love about yourself. List all of the things that make you you. All of the things that you rant and rave about inside of your head. This is the time where you actually can write down all of the accomplishments that you have accomplished and be happy about them. And then post that list up so whenever you get into your insecurity mode, you can read that list and change your whole mood, change your whole attitude, change your whole day. In turn, anytime you change your whole day, the more that you read this list, the more that you start to believe this list, the more weeks are going to go by that are going to be better, the more months that are going to go by that are going to be better, and this is going to turn your entire relationship around. So now, which one of these 6 stood out to you? Which one are you going to implement into your relationship? I definitely want to know. Let's continue the conversation down in the comment section below. I will talk to you guys very soon. Again, this is your favorite life and relationship strategist, MarshaunO. You guys have